Brodie Brazil here at the tank to recap Game 77 on the season. It was San Jose hosting Calgary, a Flames team that is not yet out of the playoffs, but down to their final chances. They need every single point they can get, and that is why they did not quit in tonight's game. They were down 1-0 a majority of the evening. They got 3 goals in the third period alone to win this thing, 3-2 final score. Now, in terms of the individual side of tonight, we certainly do not know yet who's going to win the Calder Trophy as the NHL's Rookie of the Year, but we have a pretty good feeling that 2 of the finalists went head-to-head here at the tank.
Goalies don't frequently win the Calder. Well, Evgeny Nabokov did, and crazy enough, Nabby was a huge inspiration of Gilroy's Dustin Wolf, who here was a junior Shark before he was taller than the crossbar. Last year, Wolf debuted against the San Jose Sharks and is having a tremendous first full season right now with Calgary. We obviously also recognize Lane Hutson's work this year in Montreal, and we have our preferred winner here in San Jose, but full marks to Wolf, coming into tonight 25 wins, a .263 goals against, a .910 save percentage, and a big reason why the Flames have even flirted with the playoffs during this regular season. And yes, that is Post Malone on the side of his mask. But going back to Macklin, the points are still coming. The play and development, they're going just fine. Honestly, no complaints there really. He just hasn't scored in a while. And with only a handful of games left, it certainly would be nice to see him in this season for multiple reasons on an upswing, rather than just time expiring on 82 games.
Speaking of Dustin Wolf, the Sharks peppered him early. 17 shots in the first period with no results, no luck. And then finally, with about 30 seconds left in the frame, they hit pay dirt.
11 different Sharks had a shot on goal in the first 20 minutes alone. Felt like everybody had chances. This is how the ice was broken. It was Celebrini into the zone. His shot went wide. He chased down the puck. So did Kovalenko. He was a healthy scratch for the last 6 straight games, but a great effort there by Nikolai to skate it out, to get it to Smith for number 2, his second goal and counting in as many games. This one also got him to 15 on the year.
Tell me about that goal. What are you reading off of?
Tried to make a good play in the zone to Mac, and just got it out, and then he kind of took a tumble, and Kobe made a nice play out front, so it's good play all around.
This late in the season, you're going up against a bunch of teams who are desperate for a playoff spot. Do you have to bring more energy, more focus in that?
Definitely. I think we know where we are in the standings, but it doesn't matter to us. We want to finish the season strong, and yeah, it's a big part of us.
Smith wasn't done on the night. The Sharks down to their final chances in the third, down by 2 on the scoreboard with 2 minutes left to play on a 2-man advantage. Sharks had their net empty, and here on the power play, Smith buries the long rebound off the Liljegren shot. Ultimately not a difference maker in the game, but certainly made it more interesting.
Last but not least, let's certainly give some credit to goaltender Georgi Romanov, who was good in this game. All 6'5" of him, the headband under the mask included. I know the results aren't going to look this way in tomorrow's box score, but he was great in this game. 29 saves. He really held the Sharks in this thing and held on to that 1-0 lead for a majority of the night.
Romanov previously had his best outing of the season the last time he started. In that game against Edmonton, he stopped 35 of 38 shots. Tonight, comparable to that, even though he also didn't get the win again. His first NHL start was only 2.5 weeks ago. You can see he's starting to gain some confidence here at the end of the season with these results, and more than anyone, he's probably a player on the Sharks who wishes this season still had another 20 games left.
You got to continue to push forward. It's the National Hockey League. So again, I didn't mind our game. It was a couple plays here or there, and they end up in our back of our net. Penalty kill is, kind of struggled here as of late, and our power play. We have crucial times to score a power play goal, make it 2-0. We don't score on the power play. So special teams really is what it came down to, really.
And we know how good teams are in the NHL, and especially desperate teams, and the Flames were able to take advantage of that window and win this game.
Yeah, we've seen the Sharks this year be so close to winning games, having leads in the third period, having 1-goal games, but not being able to overcome the hump. And it was the pressure that the Flames brought in the third period, put a lot of pressure on the Sharks. The Sharks were defending most of the period, just getting pucks out. And then a couple of inspirational plays by Adam Klapka really changed the fortune of the Calgary Flames.
Only one more Sharks home game left. That'll also be the final game of this regular season on April 16th. But a quick injury update. Tyler Toffoli did not play in tonight's game. However, he is traveling on this final road trip of 4 games for the rest of the season. That's good for Toffoli. He's only a couple goals away from 30. Glad to know that he should get a legitimate chance at that.